what I like about this, right? You have a mid boost switch, right? And the mid frequency or the mid frequency switch, right? Let me give you a good demonstration of how this mid frequency switch can really work in your favor, right? So for instance, I'm gonna cut the mid range, right? This is the mid range. And turn back to the bow pickup. Now the mid range is not on, but now I'm gonna switch between the frequency and show you something, all right? So without the mid frequency, right? Without the mid range on, the mid frequency still gives you a fullness of the bass. So let's say you don't want to have a mid frequency, you want to play in a 2-band, right? So you can have a 2-band with still the mid frequency in it. So the mid is not on at all, but I got the mid frequency, which is at 500. So now you got a nice frequency. Now watch when I turn it up again. Now 250 is going to give you a lot more mid frequency. This is where you're going to get a lot more presence, a lot more mid frequency in the mix while you don't have the mid range on at all. So it sounds very full with no mid range on. So you're playing your bass without using the 3-band and actually turning it into a 2-band, to where you still having the mid presence, but you don't have to worry about that turning that mid range. You can always dial it in, but now at 250, it's like you're playing with it. Now I'm gonna go back to 500. Now it's a little bit less presence, but it's still there, right? 800, no mid frequency, right? But you still got a nice clean slap sound. So it gives you a lot of more options for your bass on your tone, to where if you don't need so much of a mid-range presence, you can go to a 2-band preamp and take the mid-range out, because going from a 2-band to a 3-band is all it is. You don't have a mid-range. 3-band is basically having bass, treble, mids, right? A 2-band is just having bass and treble. So you can still have a 2-band bass, right? A preamp, and you can still have the mid frequency in there. Isn't that amazing? So this is the great thing about knowing and understanding how the mid frequency works. It gives you an option to where you don't have to have that mid range knob on, and where you can have a variety of tones. So the bass is still sounding amazing without the mid range on. You have a 2-band. So if you're a bass player and you're used to having a 2-band preamp, and you happen to buy this bass or any bass with a mid frequency, and are used to playing a 2-band instead of a 3-band, you can always cut the mid range off. Don't even worry about it, and you can use your mid frequency to get what you need to get your presence still. And you're still having a 2-band preamp. That is the amazing thing about having a mid frequency. This is why it's so popular on a lot of basses. Even the Roscoe that I have, right? It has a push-pull mid frequency where you can change between the frequencies, and you don't have to have the mid range on, right? So you can play the bass without a mid range, right? Without the mid being on, and still have the presence of the mid. All right, this is the beauty about it. But again, this is just a short demonstration of the KZ5 fully upgraded. And listen, if you have any questions, if you got any questions, or you want to know any more things about this bass, you can also hit me up on my Instagram on know_your sound. And I'm also on Facebook, Stephen Powell, but all that is going to be in the description of the video. But again, y'all, if this is your first time, again, I didn't introduce myself. Forgive me, y'all. I didn't introduce myself. I am your host, Stephen Powell. This is Know Your Sound. And we are here to help you in your journey of becoming a bass player, a professional bass player. We are here to help you and assist you in that. I don't know everything. If I don't know something, I will look for the answers for it just to help you. But again, we thank you all for coming by. Again, we're talking about today the KZ5, which I just recently got. And this is a fully upgraded KZ5. And here's the question. Why should you invest in this bass? And here is the reason why, y'all. This bass has the capability of you upgrading it to where it can be a super bass for you. All right. You don't have to put the USA body lean preamps in here or the pickups. You can I've seen people do Aguilars in them. I've seen people do Nordstrands in them. I've seen people put bass mod pre's in them. I've seen people put other different types of preamps. But if you want that 535 American Mtd sound, this is the closest you can get to it. All right. And I like this sound. I wanted to have a 535 to when I'm playing, you know, because I don't have one right now. I'm thinking about getting one. But right now, this is really enough for me. But granted, y'all, there is a difference between the 535 and this bass. It does sound different. The woods are more articulate. You're gonna hear the custom in the wood when you're playing it. So yes, but if you want something close to it, this is what I recommend. So again, y'all, this is Know Your Sound. This is your host, Stephen Powell. So glad that you came by. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel so that and turn your notifications on so that you know when I go live or when I post a video, you'll be notified. Also, y'all, let me know where you are watching from. What bass are you playing if you're a bass player? And what genre of music are you playing? The last thing I want to know is, what is your dream bass? Again, thank you all for stopping by the channel. This is Know Your Sound. I'm your host, Stephen Powell, and we'll see you soon.